First, I'd like to say 90 seconds is insufficient for public comment. Karen Cameron, Safe Ag, Safe Schools. You know, deja vu, here we are again. It's time to hold Monterey County Ag Commissioner accountable. We've tried since October of 2020, he's canceled every public meeting with us. When we brought to him the UCLA report that shows that within 2.5 miles of sprayings, pesticides have affected childhood cancers, his quote was, "It's beyond the expertise of his office," and no comment, no action. 9 of those deadly pesticides continue to be used in our area. There's been no action on notification of intent systems that we've been asking for so the public can know. The state is working on a system, but they're in the listening stages and say it won't be until 2024. So I ask you, as a local citizen, you breathe the same air I do. Don't you want to know what you're breathing? It's time that we know. I recently experienced what I perceived as a drift on the weekend. I was referred to 911 because his office was closed and nothing was done about it as follow-up. I was told it was a gas leak that came from 156 or something. It was not gas, it was poison. I know what I smelled. So my ask is, would the Board of Supervisors consider asking the Ag Commissioner to be accountable to host a public forum where you can hear answers to the questions that we have and we can get answers as are needed, because you know we're not getting them from the state. It's time for us to consider organic, not business as usual, because we need to breathe. And there are multiple pesticides, fungicides, fumigants being repeatedly sprayed and mixed in this area.
My name is Beatriz Diaz, and I am from Greenfield, Hola Council number 3298. I am here to speak on behalf of my community. I am disappointed with the lack of transparency of the Monterey County Ag Commissioner, Henry Gonzales. Commissioner refuses to increase pesticides awareness by web posting the notice of intent to apply toxic pesticides that he receives from growers before he approves the applications. Commissioner says that UCLA studies linking pesticides used in Salinas Valley to childhood cancer are beyond the expertise of his office, and most importantly, since October 2020, he has declined and canceled all meetings with SASS to talk about this issue. Each one of you were elected to serve the people of the Monterey County. It is time to wake up and smell the coffee and serve others in your district. What are you all afraid of Ag Commissioner Gonzales? If he is afraid to do his job, it is time for him to step down. Better yet, fire him. The horror stories I hear from the community of how they've been affected by pesticides, I am one of them. 2019, pesticides were sprayed near the Vista Verde Middle School in Greenfield. I can remember vividly that. Let me tell you, till this day I get goosebumps just talking about it. My grandson is asthmatic, and that day he was having difficulty breathing because of the spray of the pesticide. I can remember a student was taken by ambulance to the hospital. This was due to the sprayed pesticides. I'm sorry.
Since a lot I wear a couple hats. I'll start with my Labor Council hat. Yesterday I emailed everybody on the Board of Supervisors a letter. I want to read a section of it. Ag Commissioner Gonzales is hired by you, and over the number of years we have been really clear with our community's concerns to all of your offices. It's your responsibility to ensure that all offices across the County Monterey system is accessible and open to the community. Commissioner Gonzales' lack of action makes you culpable to his actions. So we ask the Board of Supervisors to take action on that.
Hello, my name is Santiago Torres. I'm a student of Vista Verde Middle School, and I am here because Ag Commissioner Henry Gonzales is not doing his job. One reason is he refuses to web post notices of intent, and another reason is he won't meet with us. The last time he met with us was 2020, and if he's not going to do his job, then I am afraid it will be time to let him go. Thank you.
My name is Victor Torres. I am a student currently attending Greenfield High School. And I just came here to express my disappointment with our Ag Commissioner, Henry Gonzales. It has been 2 years, as mentioned before, since he last met with us. And we have tried again and again to get him to meet with us to discuss the priority, which is to install notification systems to let us know when it's safe to go outside without the worry of dangerous pesticides, which are still being sprayed to this day. Just really the lack of transparency that really disappoints me. He is a public servant, and we have a right to, it's our right to know what is being sprayed in the air and what is in that poison. So I just really disappointed. And if he can't do his job, because we've been at this for years. I personally suffered an asthma attack way back in 2016, and it really hurts that many other people still have to suffer through the same thing. How much longer until we are notified until this stops? So if he can't do his job, stick to what he's supposed to do, then I really think it's time to look for someone else.
My name is Horacio Mezquita from the San Gerardo Cooperative. I've been living there since '79, and I've worked for the co-op for the past 16 years. We've been sprayed every year. The drift comes into the community, and our air is getting polluted, our water is getting polluted with pesticides. We don't get any warnings, and people are getting sick. They're dying little by little. We already have 6 members of our community die of cancer. There's 2 that are going to chemotherapy. We need protections. We need Gonzales to protect us, because if we don't protect the people and the environment, what are we doing? You know, we have to look the best way of protecting the ones that are getting more, that are getting people more drift, you know. So please, you gotta help us, because the commissioner is not doing anything, and people are dying little by little, especially the ones that are getting close to the pesticide. So please do something.
My name is Alisal Street, and I have been working with United Farm Workers for 26 years. And I have seen in this body and in others, entire crews of farm workers contaminated, intoxicated with pesticides. And it's a mystery. We don't know if there's consequences or not. The other thing is, going to the fields is very normal to see the signs of where the companies spray pesticides. The signs is still there, the warnings is still there, but there's people working in the fields just close by the signs. So, looks like this gentleman is not doing his job, and he needs to represent everybody, not just the growers.
My name is Yaneli Martinez. I am currently the community organizer for Safe Ag, Safe Schools, which is a pleasure of mine to represent all of Monterey County, especially my beautiful South County. I know that we have some different ag industry with us in the room today, and this is nothing against them. I know that Henry has been working for them for the past year since he's been in that position, but he has not worked for us, the community, specifically my community of color in South Monterey County. Many times have we asked Henry Gonzales to meet with us, and like many of the other members in the audience have mentioned, he has not met with us since 2020. He refuses to meet with us, and when we ask for specific questions, he takes a while to respond. Unless you, supervisors, are attached to that email, he'll respond with the letter that is nonsense. It's just pure cut and paste. There's no specific answers to what we're asking from him. And again, I just ask you, do you guys worry about your health every single day when you guys wake up, those that have children? Because I have to worry about my family, about my community every single day. I know that it's ridiculous that he can't even meet with us just for the simple issue of talking about what my members have been mentioning, the notice of intent. The farmers, they report that information to him, and it's free. Why can't he just post it for us to make sure, as a mother, as a community leader, what am I going to do and how am I going to schedule my day so my kids are not in danger? So once again, please make sure that Henry Gonzales does his job.
Mark Weller, Californians for Pesticide Reform. Ag Commissioner Gonzales sent February 22nd letter copy to the board. He describes the reports on drift-prone pesticides used in the Salinas Valley linked to childhood cancers in one word, concerning, but offers no plans to address his concern. He refuses to even web post the notices of intent to apply the most hazardous pesticides he receives from the growers. Instead, Commissioner Gonzales offers a bizarre excuse for his inaction. Notification advocates, his phrase, quote, attempts to stop those applications that were legal, unquote, including just one permit issuance challenge. That's one permit challenge in 4 years, one delay in 4 years. He offers no detail about this challenge, but that information is important. It even highlights why we need advanced notification of pesticide use. CRLA asked for review and then challenged the permit for a fumigant, 1,3-dichloropropene application in May 2019. 1,3-D is a state-listed carcinogen and toxic air contaminant. It is banned or not approved in at least 31 countries. It was disallowed in California between 1990 and 1995, and this particular application would be untarped within 1,400 feet from North Monterey County High. Do you think that was an unreasonable challenge? Do you think it's better to keep that information from us?
I'm a member of SASS, Safe Ag, Safe Schools, and I'm here for a good report card, but also to point out something that I think needs to be addressed. The supervisors got it right when just now they supported MILPA, which is so important to our community. The Share Center, I'm just a graduate of the Share Center. That's genius. The Share Center is amazing. They got it right with Wendy Root Askew, making sure we were all vaccinated. You all have done amazing jobs. You got it wrong with Henry Gonzales. I'm sorry. He has not done his job. By his own admission, he says, I do not have the expertise in order to rule on that or in order to make a viable decision. That's right, he just admitted it, he doesn't. There's all kinds of experts in the field who have deemed pesticides as a problem. We all have to breathe the air. The air is important. The reports that we have the best air in the world has something to do with the breeze coming off the ocean. It's not to be trusted. All of our pesticide air monitors have been shut down. Before that, we had more than enough information to tell us that we have a problem with pesticides. And we need notification.
Yes, good morning, supervisors. My name is Lorna Moffett, and I am on my own timing machine, and I'm voicing my indignation about you curbing our citizens' right to voice our concerns during the time to 90 seconds. It used to be 3 minutes, and 3 minutes is too little, but 90 seconds? Please, what a blatant way to show how little you care for public opinion, and it trivializes us. By law, we citizens have a right to speak of our issues, and to curb that with unreasonable time constraints is unlawful. I've written you, Mary Adams, and it has been 2 months in waiting. There's been no reply, and that seems very disrespectful for me, because it is through these venues that I have been able to accomplish much, and I would like you, Mary Adams, to help me continue with these actions and the brave actions of those that have spoken at this meeting. I also would like to add that entomologist John Millen on NPR the other evening was speaking out about the crash of the insect population. They are disappearing, and once they go, we starve to death, period. They can't pollinate all the foods. So everything is crashing, and it's time you acted with the urgency on these pesticide issues.